Alright, so we're starting in again on the little Chevy Love. I haven't done much on it for a long time, and so we're going to get back after it here finally. So the first thing that I want to fix is the brakes. The thing's seized, it absolutely will not move. I've since jacked it up, and one of my front wheels here is the caliper is seized, and also the master cylinder was leaking back into the brake booster, which that's going to have to be changed because brake fluid being what it is, it probably destroyed the rubber in there. So, but for now, we're just going to replace the master cylinder and make it so we can move the thing around. It's a pretty nice setup where you just remove the 4 bolts. There's no retaining pin on here, so it just comes right out. It's kind of held in place with this guy here. So, taking a look at it again, this is a rebuilt unit from your friendly neighborhood O'Reilly's. We'll see how that works out. On my vehicles that I drive and have to rely on, I generally don't use rebuilt pieces, but for this we'll see how it goes. But anyway, we can see here with the dampness in the back that the O-rings on the plunger there are toast. So we're going to get this guy in, get that caliper in, and hopefully the thing will finally roll around on its own. Alright, I got the new master cylinder in here, and I'm doing kind of a redneck bench bleed here. So technically you want to put your master cylinder in a vise and bleed it that way, but I found you can do it this way just as well. You want to make sure that your fittings they supply you that are plastic are good and tight, or when the piston retracts it'll suck air into the system. But as you see here, you got your fittings and your supplied hoses, and I just cut a bottle here. You want to make sure the end of your line goes in below the brake fluid there, so that when the piston pulls back, it sucks in brake fluid, and when you push it down, the air in the line will go in and then come out the surface of the oil, obviously, and that way you can work all the air out of your master cylinder. So kind of what I'm doing here is pushing on my brake pedal. You want to do it nice and slow. So I got most of the air out. It only takes 5 minutes to do. So you can see a few air bubbles go down. You want to do this very, very slowly, and you don't want to take it all the way to the bottom, and then you want to pull it back slowly. So if you do this, you'll be just fine. Again, you don't want to take it all the way the full stroke of the piston, because you'll introduce air into the system on the seals, and you just want to go nice and slow. If you go too fast, it'll pull air out of the solution, just because the brake fluid is viscous enough that you'll have that. But anyway, we got this one pretty much bled out, and we can hook our lines up and put our caliper on. Alright, one final note here. When you remove these, you want to make sure that in the time that you don't have your tubes going into any fluid, that you don't have anyone press the brake pedal, because at that point then you know, again, you're introducing air into the system once they let off. And if you really want to be good, you'd have someone very, very slowly push it down and you hook these fittings up so you don't accidentally get any air in the line either. But anyway, we got these on. You can see that someone really smart here used vice grips before, so I guess that's what I had to do. But with that, coming around here, before the brake pedal went all the way to the floor, and now it's actually got a respectable brake pedal. How about that? So can't be mad about that situation. Alright, a little cold start action here. Alright folks, this is it. I'm not necessarily giving in, I guess, if you want to call it that. So I sold my 2000 Mustang, it's gone, and I just threw the mud kitten up on Craigslist to see if someone would be interested in buying it. I haven't had a chance to work on it really after I got it, because then you saw we went through and did Ethan's truck, and we've done some other little projects, and there's another really good one cooking up. So I was kind of thinking, I'm not going to get to this, it's not a V8, and that's what we all like. So anyway, this is pretty much it. Someone's coming to all the way from Omaha today to buy it, so that's quite a jaunt for where I live. So I guess this is probably the last we'll see of the little mud kitten. Handles that thing like a champ. There she goes, mud kitten away to a new home. Just not V8 stuff, not my thing. Not giving up, but this guy just seems like he's really in love with it, so on to bigger and better things. It's definitely sad. Well, that's all she wrote.